Hey, what's up, Unbroken Nation?
Confronting the past is the gateway to healing. There is a powerful shift that begins as soon as you decide you are going to do whatever it takes to become healthy. The choice in becoming healthy is built into the mindset and actions that you move towards. The definition of healthy is whatever you want it to be. If you choose to do the work and begin the process of addressing your past, you will gain a better understanding of the impact of your trauma, why you are stuck in the vortex, and how you can start owning your story. When you choose to address your past, you are going to have to be honest with yourself and the people in your life. As mentioned before, some people will not understand the changes you are going through. Becoming honest and vulnerable with yourself is the only way to truly begin to heal, and this may mean addressing traumatic experiences you do not want to recall. I don't know that every person must uncover every bit of their past, but for me, that was the only way I could feel the process of change occur. Being vulnerable with yourself will feel very uncomfortable, and at times, you may even feel like you are coming out of your own skin. And that's because you are. You are shedding the old you bit by bit. Being vulnerable also means holding space for yourself to make mistakes, notice feelings and emotions, and make new discoveries about yourself without judgment. When this happens, it's important that you remind yourself that you are stepping into the darkness and you will find the light. The more uncomfortable you are, the better, because there is growth in discomfort. If you are always within your comfort zone, you will never learn anything about yourself. Confronting and taking ownership of your past is incredibly difficult, but at some point you have to ask yourself, what are you willing to do to take your life back? Considering options for when, where, and how to start your journey can create an avalanche of questions, which may leave you more perplexed than the trauma itself. With so many modalities and theologies around healing trauma, it's easy to get lost in the shuffle and quit before you even begin. To be able to effectively navigate the path you are stepping onto, you have to know why you are walking onto it. You have to ask yourself why you want to heal. What is it that you need or desire? Why are you willing to step into parts of yourself that you have never fully understood? Why are you willing to do the most uncomfortable and difficult thing you will ever do? Being able to know and articulate your why is invaluable. Your why will become your source of strength and clarity in those moments when you feel that you can't keep going. And that is why earlier in the book, you wrote about what your why is. Being able to identify my why was simple, because I had always known what it was. When I was a child, I promised myself that I would never become like the people who brought me into this world, that I would always do whatever I could to live proud of myself. It wasn't until I realized that my trauma experiences had impacted me so deeply that I could see that I was rationalizing my poor life choices and was totally off course. I have continually recalled my promise and my why when this journey feels its most bleak. Now that you have a why, you must figure out the when, where, and how. Subjectively and contextually, this is even more difficult than figuring out why. The endless options at your fingertips can certainly lead to analysis paralysis, and the struggle of deciding which is the best option for you. The simple solution to figuring out which modality is best will only come through experimentation. I find that what works best for one person may not work for another. I get a measurable release out of writing and talk therapy. You may find results in yoga, meditation, and turning your journey more inward. I will always suggest talk therapy as a first-line step towards healing, because the efficacy of the practice is not only well documented in studies, scientific journals, and clinical trials, but also from countless first-hand experiences shared amongst millions of people around the world. The power of a therapist is not anecdotal. I have found such great insight in therapy because I was able to lay out a scenario or thought pattern and have my thoughts reciprocated back to me, and then create an understanding of causation. What I mean by this is that when I told my therapist about certain behaviors or patterns that I saw in my life, like watching porn when I am dissociated and anxious, he reciprocated my feelings and understanding of self without any judgment. Therapy helped me understand why so many behaviors around my anxiety and depression were coping mechanisms that I had created in an effort to be avoidant of things that needed my attention and to self-soothe. That said, the most important thing I have experienced in therapy is simply being heard.